Would you believe that thousands of people believe that they were, at least once in their lives, abducted by aliens? That's bizarre, and this belief that aliens have kidnapped thousands of people is widespread. Alien abductions are memories of people being kidnapped against their will by non-human creatures. Now you might be wondering what's the story behind this. Keep watching to know the answer. Welcome back to Tipsy Alien, where we explore some of the most mind-boggling facts about aliens, extraterrestrial existence, and space exploration. Get notified whenever we post new content by subscribing and pressing the bell icon. Let's get started. New research shows that persons who claim to have had contact with extraterrestrial beings are psychologically distinct from the control participants. People with such experiences have higher degrees of dissociative illnesses, are otherworldly, and have a predisposition to fantasies than a normal person. In people's minds, the question, "Are aliens real?" persists, while on the other side, thousands of people strongly believe that aliens abducted them. So think about what might happen if life were able to flourish and thrive in the most hostile environments on Earth along with aliens. This suggests that other extraterrestrial life forms may have evolved and adapted to their new environment. And this is so strange that English-speaking countries such as the US have the highest incidence reports. What would be the reason behind that? Feel free to leave a comment below. However, our society does not believe the stories of abductees' experiences as true. Memory is not widely believed in our culture, yet the seriousness with which the abductees record their alleged recollections indicates that it can be both flexible and complex. We know that memory of these incidents is flexible and complex because of the seriousness with which these alleged recollections have been recorded. The persons claiming to have been kidnapped by space aliens have fascinating stories. While researchers have been working on the root cause of these incidents and their relation to human psychology, people with such experiences make a significant contribution to the researchers' struggles to get such a solid conclusion. Moreover, studies have shown that the abductees are not quite normal. They suffer from mental health disorders affecting their ability to perceive reality. As a way to interpret these unusual accounts, some personality traits such as detachment and suggestibility have been identified as key players in their personalities. As a result of decades of psychological research, we may undoubtedly assume that these alien misadventures are caused by sleep paralysis and mistaken recollections. Non-pathological sleep disorders such as sleep paralysis are rather frequent. Generally, it lasts for several minutes and happens in the transitional phase between sleep and full consciousness. An instance of alien abduction could have been inferred from such an event. Aggregating across studies, 7.6% of the general population experienced at least one episode of sleep paralysis. Have you also experienced sleep paralysis? We'd love to hear about your different experiences. Furthermore, suggestive psychotherapy treatments can result in false memories of abductions, like hypnosis, mental imagery, or other methods that aim to unearth repressed memories. The persons exposed to false information about events may believe that they remember certain aspects with high certainty, even though those events have never occurred. Physicians need to pay attention to this type of unintended side effect. Imagine experiencing all of these symptoms and perceptions at the same time without knowing anything about sleep paralysis whatsoever. If this is the case, it's simple to see how alien abduction may seem the only logical explanation. Even though this is a logical explanation, it still doesn't explain the vivid details that abductees often recall. Through treatment sessions, watching certain media that triggers these memories, or even hypnotherapy, abductees are commonly believed to imagine that they've been abducted by aliens. According to psychologists, this is the stage at which hallucinations are prone to be embellished accidentally by skewed memory. The strange thing about alien abduction claims is that despite their absurdity, they are created by people who reasoned in a normal, if not ideal, manner. As a result, this case may help us to better understand these imaginary incidents in the affected population by highlighting the relevance of responses of normal people. For those interested in understanding the causes of clinical delusions, Capgras delusions and Cotard delusions are examples of ideas that appeal to the assumption that persons with delusions believe that what they are imagining is something real and logical. In reality, the alien abduction conspiracy shows us that medically aberrant reasoning should not need to be a component of our explanation toolbox. And maybe what is happening is normal range insanity. Facebook organized rating group members may bring insight on reported trails of delusion, even though we can anticipate discovering a little about aliens from other events too. In the easiest words, it's common for humans to adopt odd beliefs when confronted with unusual situations. In 2002, researchers from Harvard University and Harvard Medical School tried to explore the function of false memory and recognition in the creation of recollections of extraterrestrial abduction. Alien, Experience, or Abduction was the name of their research. The participants of the research were solicited through daily papers by the investigators for their memory research team. Among them were 11 people who believed that their inexplicable symptoms of being abducted by aliens were true. They claimed that they had suppressed memories of the event. However, members of the research team did not believe the abductees and their experiences of them being abducted by aliens. Their study found that those who were said to have recovered recollections of alien abduction were much more inclined to active imaginations and, hence, imagining themselves in an extraterrestrial world. As with the participants in the normal memories group, were more likely to experience erroneous recall and memory distortions. However, this is a smaller degree than with the abductees. The abductees exhibited no signs of mental illness regarding psychological testing and conversations, although they had an active imagination. The audio and visual media of whatever they were seeing or hearing were included in the story. The investigators reported that those who claimed aliens had indeed abducted them might have difficulties with origin monitoring and remembering when and how they got a memory. To justify a judgment that specific, sophisticated capabilities have already been implemented and opaque to complete U.S. comprehension, says the study. And now let me tell you a new turn in the story that natural events may be able to explain certain UFO encounters. The temporal lobes could be affected by electromagnetic waves generated by the motion of tectonic plates. Hallucinations, feeling of detachment from one's body, dread, and dreamlike visuals are only some of the familiar sensations connected with abduction by aliens. Caravaca presents a new viewpoint on the UFO enigma, its origin, and its mission. Contrary to commonly held belief, the distortion concept does not suggest a merely psychological, sociological, or hallucinogenic genesis for UFOs. Because an unknown external agency intelligent and separate from humans interacts with the witness who claim UFO encounters. The University of New Mexico Clinical Research Group, directed by Strassman, analyzed the role of N-dimethyltryptamine, also referred as DMT, on human participants in subsequent experiments from 1990 to 1995. A brain excess on DMT, according to Strassman's theory, is the cause of extraterrestrial abduction episodes. Inadequate testing and replication have also been performed on this idea, which is a disgrace. Even though deceptive memories aren't based on reality, they can still elicit distress similar to that reported by trauma victims. The same psychological and emotional responses can be found among those who think they've been abducted by aliens and persons who have been traumatized by combat or similar occurrences. Several persons who believe in having been abducted by aliens have major psychopathology, but some stories are planned hoaxes, and those involved frequently suffer severe real-life consequences to their mental health, which is obvious up to now. Even though their dread is real, abductees may have symptoms similar to post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Just think about it. Do you believe in any of such story? Do aliens abduct human beings? Why would they do so? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. We'll bring more mind-boggling stories about aliens. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share with your family and friends. See you in the next one. Have a nice day.